Welcome back to the SoCal Dog, and in today's video I'm installing one of these factory LED switches from Cali Raised LED. This switch is designed to go into the factory placement of all those blank switches. Now my Tacoma didn't come with the 3-pack auxiliary switches from Toyota, so this is just a nice way of adding something to it. It looks factory. I'm going to wire it up with a relay, and by doing that it's going to pretty much isolate it from the factory wiring harness completely. And what I'm doing is I'm wiring up my LED strip here from my Lexline Gear grill. Now, I was able to test this by just putting it up to my battery. It looks great, but now I want to get it wired up. I want it to look factory. I want it to just turn on whenever I hit the switch. So let me show you how I'm going to do that. I know what you're thinking. Yes, I do need a set of those Lexline Gear hood struts. This old style just isn't cool enough anymore. This is a wiring harness that I had for, it was actually a set of fog lights from a few years back, but I held on to it. So what I'm pretty much going to do is repurpose it for this setup. And this one is great because it's already got the built-in relay. I have the wires that are going to go along the inside curve here. I already have the quick disconnect connectors here. And then what I'm going to do is you need 2 wires to go to the switch itself. So you have the white wire and the red wire. The red wire is power. The white wire is going to be for when the switch is activated. And I'm going to run it right along the back here. Now this is a vacuum hose that comes from the engine itself. And you're able to follow it all the way across to the vacuum line here for the brake booster. So I'm going to run those wires all the way across, and it's nice because it's already got the connectors connected into it. We're going to go all the way across there, down, and then right in here, let me get my light to really get it, there is that nipple down there, and I'm just going to make a little slice inside of that, and then I'm going to pass the wires through. It's the connector from the inside of the truck, so it's just going to pass right through that little tube. I was having a little trouble getting the wire through, but you can see this wire here is just a solid piece of wire, and then I'm going to put a little kink in it here so that I can then attach this white wire, so that this is going to be a fish that's going to pull my white wire through, because that gets very tight down there. You can see here that I'm just using a little pry tool to pop this piece of plastic off, and it took a little bit of force. It really wasn't bad. You shouldn't have to really tug on this, and then it just popped right off. And then from there, it's like just taking your hand, trying to slide it behind there, and you pull that forward. Now there was a screw near the bottom of it. I was able to unscrew, and that made it come off a little bit easier. Then it was able to pull straight out. But it takes a little bit of time, a little bit of pressure, and it's able to pop right out for you. Now the piece on the side here, it pulls out and then pulls straight towards you, and then just give me more access when running the wires. Pop this little thing out right here. What you have is a little clip on this side and a little clip on this side, and when you're back inside here, all you're trying to do is just push in on those 2 little clips, and then it just pops right out. We have our switch. We're going to take that and just slide it right here into place, and it should just pop right in. There we go. On, off. Very nice. And then this is my wiring harness. On Cali Raised website, it has it white. Oh, there we go. This is a 5-wire pin. So I have the white and the black together, the red by itself, and then the yellow and green together. I have these quick disconnects on here, and then those are going to get married up to these wires right here. So next is just to connect it all up, and then I have my black ground down here. And just to have this a little bit future-proofed, I'm going to use black as my ground, and then this gray is just going to be a dummy wire that's going to be sitting there for the next time I have to upgrade and add more lights. Here it is all back together, and then the way I have it set up, you press it on, my lights turn on and off. The final product, I have the 3 wires coming out of there. I have it going all the way across right up here on my brake booster line. And then we come over here, and then this is where my relay is. What you see on top is the fuse, and then directly behind it is the relay. And then if you're wondering, this plastic piece here, you get a pair of pliers and you squeeze on either side of it, and then that pulls off to get that piece off. And it just ended up being a great place to have the relay, because then I have the wires come across, and then they come, I have them hidden underneath here, all the way around, and then here is my connection to my light bar. And then these Raptor lights are just tied in to the fuse box over there. If you want to see that video, that is on my channel also, and that full install of this Luxline Gear TRD Pro Style Grill. For the ground, before I forget, there was a hole right there, a screw hole already, and I just found a bolt that screwed into it, and then that's where I have all of my grounds connected. So I have all my grounds in one spot. I did not have to touch the factory ground that's right below it. So I just, this system I have set up for this light bar is completely isolated from the truck's electronics. So if you did get a grill like this and you didn't have the factory auxiliary switches, this would be a great way of just getting two of these switches, two relays. You could have all the wires ran, and it could be completely isolated from the Toyota system. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, please like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.